Welcome to another fantastic episode of Small Business Celebration Meat and Potatoes Live. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. This is the show where you can ask us deep, thought-provoking questions about our guests and what it is that they do. We do a deep dive, the meat and potatoes, to find out what really makes for a successful business owner. But we can't do the show without our presenting sponsors and our location sponsor. At Oliver & Associates Real Estate, we know that buying or selling a home isn't just a transaction, it's a life moment. That's why they're committed to building relationships that last. They take the time to truly understand your needs, your dreams, your stories, so they can find you not just a house, but a home. Give Oliver & Associates a call at 661-808-3444 or check them out at yourrealtor.us today. Today's Meat and Potatoes live episode location is brought to you by Modern Gigi Gallery, an ultra-modern art gallery located in downtown Bakersfield, California, featuring the artworks of the modern abstract artist Johnny Ramos. Whether you're looking for artwork for your office, your home, or a postcard that you can send as a thank you note, go to Modern Gigi Gallery, located at 900 18th Street in Bakersfield, or give them a call at 661-840-8729, or email them at art@moderngigi.com today. Welcome to another fantastic episode of Small Business Celebration Meat and Potatoes Live. And our guest this week is Dr. Shweta Agarwal, the owner of Youthology Med Spa. Welcome to Small Business Celebration.
Thank you, Michael, and thank you, Small Business Celebration, for having me here.
Well, it's a privilege to have you here because we're going to be talking about several things about your business which are fascinating. We're going to talk about expansion. You've got a second location. We're going to be talking about the name change that's going on about that. We're also talking about getting in front of your ideal customer, because that's something you're doing really, really well. And what's this NABO thing? I'm very curious to learn about this, but for the visionaries who don't know who you are you and what is it that you do?
Well, I'm Dr. Shweta Agarwal. I am a physician to start with, and now a business owner.
Right.
And I guess I take away the title of a new business owner because now I have two businesses there. Of course, I'm a mom and a wife and a female.
And we've got in the audience here today, we've got your daughter here who's here home on vacation.
She is. She's home from college. So I'm like, let's put you to work. So she's here helping me out. Hi, Ananya.
She's getting all the social media in there for you. It's just like, you're going to put her to work here for you, right?
Of course.
Well, and for visionaries who don't know what your business is, because you're a physician, but you've got this wonderful practice on the second location, and tell us about your business.
Sure. So I am a primary care to start with years ago in my past life.
Right.
And somewhere along those lines, when I was practicing medicine, I felt like I need to practice happy medicine.
Right.
So, of course, we have our great worthy doctors saving lives, running in the hospital, managing diseases. I'm like, outside that, how do we manage ourselves, manage our happiness?
Sure.
So that's where I started diving into medical aesthetics. I mean, it's kind of a personal journey too there.
Right.
I've shared before with you, I went through my own phase of growth.
Right.
Growing older.
Right.
Sometimes
it all happens to us whether we like it or not.
Right, that's the truth. And I was able to relate to some of my patients at that time who were complaining of things which were there. We have facilities available in terms of medicine, in terms of treatment, but we cannot offer in conventional medicine. And they were sorting to places and people who were I would say less qualified giving these services. So I started diving into the realm of minimally invasive procedures, medical aesthetics, taking some educational courses. And I realized that this is something I want to do. So that was my calling.
Sure.
And
because it's one thing to live.
Right.
It's something to be happy while you're alive.
Right.
And that's what you bring to your patients and your clients.
Right. So that's so well said when you say it's one thing to live. I mean, we all are living, right? But at the same time, to thrive, to be happy about it.
Sure.
To look in the mirror and feel like I'm confident, I'm happy, I'm going to walk out and I'm not going to think about other things.
Right.
I mean, that's a win in itself. That's life living in itself.
You opened up your original location on Truxton Avenue. Why did you choose a second location?
Well, that's amazing. I mean, life comes to us,
Right.
so we realize that
Whether we like it or not.
Right.
Sure.
So we realized as we had that location, I thought, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful office, and I thought I will live there forever. But then after a couple of years, we realized we need a bigger space.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. So we started, not really started looking, it kind of came to us.
Uh-huh.
And Youthology has been an established brand for a while
Okay.
in town, and the owners at that time were planning to move out of town. So they approached us and they wanted to have us take over the business.
They chose you.
Yes, they did.
Wow, that's a pretty big honor.
Well, I am honored, and again, my co-physician, amazing physician, also a great business owner. So definitely they established this business with much love, and they felt like that I am the right one to take that over. So definitely I am honored, and I looked into that, and it did align with what we were doing here at Alamode, and kind of expanding and going right at the same time. You know, it's like the universe calling. When
Right.
you're thinking of something, something happens.
Sure.
So that's what happened, started looking into it, and then with some time and work, we acquired the business.
How did this established business align with the target demographics of your old business? Because that's one of the dangers a lot of business owners have, is they've got an existing business, they get an opportunity like yours, but the two clientele, the two customer bases don't mesh. But it sounds like that there's a lot of symmetry in the
Yeah.
two businesses.
Yeah. Well, it is, and also there is some work involved, like
Okay.
like any business takeover.
Right.
Right. So when you say how they align, well, at the end of the day, they are all clients who are looking for something which would make them happy, which would make them confident.
Right.
So they are same in both the businesses, right?
Right.
At the same time, this location was downtown, and the other one is southwest. So expanding, when we are looking at Bakersfield map, going in that direction, it's not really conflicting. It's not close by to
okay.
conflict the business,
Right.
Plus, when you say how do we make them align, of course there is some change in business ideology, some plans. As we expand,
Right.
we change our things. So it actually was an eye opener. It opened my eyes to realize that business can be done in a lot different ways and
Right.
it can still be successful. So I am taking on that from Youthology, and I'm bringing my wisdom and clientele and happiness, and of course our whole team to Youthology to align together and make it one.
Were you able to further define who your target customer is with the new acquisition?
Right. So in our medical aesthetics, which is what Youthology is also practicing, they were practicing medical aesthetic, and Alamode we practice wellness and medical aesthetics.
Oh, okay.
So we, the target audience at the end of the day, the demographics, they are matching. But at the same time, there is expansion of the business. So now we have a different location or two locations where people can come from far away to the southwest location, and the downtown location people can be in this area. But one interesting thing really happened when I was doing all this. I realized a lot of my demographics was coming from that area.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
So when I realized that, if you look at Bakersfield population, they are residing outside, periphery, right? Southwest location, northwest location.
Right.
There is less people living in downtown area as compared to other metros, right?
Sure.
So a lot of those people were actually taking the West Side Parkway, traveling to downtown area.
Right.
So as I got that location, they were like, "Oh, this is convenient.
Sure.
I'll commute to there."
Sure.
So that started happening, and I realized that people were liking that location.
Right.
Plus, it's a nicer, bigger location. So we made that decision of actually combining those two locations and move all our clientele to Youthology.
One of the things that Vision Your Nation really enjoys about our live shows, we're able to go ahead and do a deep dive in a particular subject. And one of the things I'd like to explore with you is sales.
Of course.
Because it's one thing to get the customer to come in through the front door. That's a feat in itself. But it's another thing for them to be able to recognize that all the products and services you have, there's so many that you can choose from. It's what's the right fit, and yet not come across as pushy.
Right.
How do you and your team work that?
So that's a great question. When I look at myself, I don't look at myself as a salesperson, not even a business owner. I'm actually a bad business owner, let me tell you that.
Sure.
Right? And why is that? Because to start with, my background is education, right? I am a physician first, and that would always stay. You know, after my primary care, I did my board certification in obesity medicine and aesthetic medicine before even I dived into this.
Right.
So I'm heavy on education. I want to do my homework before I move forward with doing anything.
Right.
That's the same thing when the clients, we call them clients, not patients anymore, right? Because they're coming by, you know, as the want is there, not
Right.
the need is there.
Right.
That's the difference between actually practicing medicine and practicing happy medicine.
Sure.
Right? So they come to us when they want to, not because they need to. Right?
Sure.
So when the want is there, they have something in their mind that, okay, this is what I don't like about myself. I mean, it might be something very faintest and I'm not even looking at it, but it's their concern, that's my concern. That's where, you know, whether it's me or my team members who are actually trained and experienced and educated, they sit down, they make a plan with them, they address their concern, they educate them. These are the options. This is what would be best for you. This is how we will work on it. I mean, something did not happen in a day. So it's not like you come in, you buy
It's not a magic wand and poof, it's done.
Exactly. So, you know, there is a plan to it. It's a medical procedure.
Right.
We do our due diligence in explaining that, getting all the medical history first, planning out with them, and then kind of addressing their need one by one and going forward with it, following them back in the door.
One of the things that your team is really good at is about putting the client at ease. Because it takes a lot of self-gumption to say, I've got a problem and I can fix it.
Right.
Walk us through how your team puts the customer, the client at ease when they come in, because it can be rather intimidating, because we've all heard about the needles and all the things, you know, that can happen with it. And yet at the same time, you know, when your team is working with a client and helping them on that path that you've helped lay them out, how does your team make them relax and say, it's okay, it's going to be fine?
Right. Well, first of all, when you say this, of course there are policies and procedures in place that we do it, but coming back to how we put them to ease, like I said, they're coming because they want something, not because they need something. Right. So they have kind of done their due diligence and little research on finding out where to go, you know, who are accredited. We are definitely, we have all our licensures in place, all our education in place. But when they're coming to the day where they're not looking at that, they're looking at your face, right? How are you going to resonate with that? When they look at you, they find that ease in your eyes, that confidence in your eyes, right? And then definitely talking to them, when you're putting them first, their concern first, they relate to that, right? When they understand that what they are talking is what you are understanding, and at the same time, making a plan with them together that makes them move forward in the right way. You know, so like you can go to some place, let me fix it, let me do it for you.
Right.
Well, that's not the right way. I mean, there is a plan to it. These are your options. This is how we'll move forward. If you're comfortable, then we'll go ahead and do it. So that's, you know, you plan it out with them, you map it out with them.
Right.
And then of course, you know, making them understand that we are trained professionals, we stand behind our work, we definitely manage if there is any kind of medical complications. I won't say complication, but any kind of medical things that happen after the procedure, we are there for you. And you know, again, like I said, this is something we are doing for now paying our bills for living, right? So we have to stand behind what we are doing and make sure that we deliver it the right way. And of course, our work speaks for ourselves too. So when they see their fellow, oh, the sister came, the friend came. So it's always the word of mouth. Somebody told them, and now they feel comfortable because somebody already recommended them.
Tell us about NABO, because you just earned something very prestigious from them. Tell us about that.
So NABO, it's National Association of Women Business Owners.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's an organization very near and dear to my heart. We have a Bakersfield chapter here. Our president is Megan Rios. Our president elect is Neetu Judge. So we have a whole organization with the committee, and we are basically women business owners. It's a big, big organization all across nation, and then we have California chapter and Bakersfield chapter. So here I play a part in the organization. I do work as a secretary there. And then at the same time, we get all these women business owners to come along, mingle. We have support system, or we have resources from NABO where they help with advocacy, with running the business, with know-hows, with connecting with different business owners. So it's a great organization. And they actually had a conference called Propel in August. That was a California chapter, NABO. I'm mixing it up. It's basically a California, all over California chapters. We met up and we did this Propel conference, which is once a year.
Right.
So we had it in early April, and they elect a women business owner for California for the year. So Bakersfield chapter, recommended my name, and I was truly honored for that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We happened to not get there on that California women business owner this year, but we'll keep going.
Well, and especially since you now know the rules, now you can craft and plan and start campaigning so that you can get it next year, right?
Right, or continue doing what we are doing, continue doing the good work.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, speaking of good work, that brings us to the fortune cookie game. Now, Visionaries, if you're not familiar with the way the game works, I have a sealed fortune cookie here in my hand.
Okay.
I have no idea what the fortune inside it contains, but more importantly, neither does our guest. And our guest is going to take this sealed fortune cookie, unseal the package. You can unseal the package, break open the fortune, and read the fortune and add "in my business" at the end of it.
Okay.
Anytime you're ready, go right ahead.
Okay, let's do it. Oh, that's some work to do.
You want me to give you a hand getting that started? Oh, there you go. You got it all by yourself. Perfect. And now you can open up the cookie. Ooh, she's pulling it out. She's got to.
Tempted to eat it.
You go right ahead. It's more fun if you're trying to read the fortune with the mouthful of cookie.
Okay.
It's more fun.
Maybe another time. Let's see what we have right now.
And what does the fortune say?
Oh, wow. So it's, you will find help from an unexpected source in the business. So, amazing.
Okay, so expound on that. How do you foresee that you'll find, or how have you found an unexpected surprise because of your business?
Because of my business. Well, I found myself to start with.
Right.
Right. So going back when I was going through this change in my life, and I felt like, oh, I am doing everything, but I still don't feel worthy enough. Getting into business actually made me feel worthy enough. So that was an expected change.
Right.
And then, of course, as I get a lot of love from the community, I have a lot of good people who come to me, who say, keep doing the good work. The other people who want to seek help, they come to me. So I feel I'm blessed to be a part of Bakersfield community, where we have so much of, I would say, expected help, not even unexpected, but we get a lot of love and a lot of support from the community, and I would say that's my biggest strength in the business.
Well, congratulations, you got it right. Well done, you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you are what you have been waiting for. It's time for the most grueling deep dive. If you've ever wanted to find somebody who knows how to rake a guest over the coals, yeah, you're not going to find it here. We have producer Emily, who's definitely the most popular part of the show. So now it's time for questions by Emily.
And Questions by Emily is sponsored by Casdor Consulting. Need elite talent to grow your team? Cazador Consulting Group in Bakersfield is your go-to partner in staffing and direct hires. They don't just fill jobs, they build lasting partnerships by listening to your needs and delivering top-tier customer service. At Cazador, mutual success isn't a goal, it's the standard. This is more than staffing, it's building your team so you can build your business. Visit CazadorConsultingGroup.com or call 877-800-4622. That's CazadorConsultingGroup.com or 877-800-4622, and let's build your future together.
Hello Visionaires, welcome back to Questions by Emily. I'm Emily, and if you've got questions, feel free, add them to the chat and I will add them to my repertoire of notes for Doctor today. So, getting started.
All right.
I mean, Michael makes it sound like I'm gonna grill you like but I'm not. We'll keep it easy. But I did want to
survive this.
Hope you survive, right? Oh, could be bad. But I actually wanted to go back to talking about expansion, because I was in your office with you last week, and you mentioned something that I think every business owner should hear, but that brand is you and not the name. Because you changed. Your name, your baby, was a la mode, and you changed to Youthology. And a lot of business owners, they don't want to give up their name. Even if it's the same thing, it's like, that's mine, and they're kind of ready to die on that sword. But how about just expand and talk to us about your expansion process and what it looks like to buy another name and becoming a brand.
Right. Well, that's actually a question you asked me. You hit it right on the spot, right? A lot of people would be on the name, right? As I told you the other day, I felt like when Alamode took over Youthology, everybody thought that we would rebrand it and have Alamode put the place in. And I actually thought for a moment that I should do that. There were two reasons to doing that. Number one, Youthology was a brand before Alamode. So a lot of people who were already Youthology client, because now there is change happening in Youthology, right? Because somebody else is coming and taking over Youthology. I felt that if we can keep the name, they would be able to resonate with the brand more, right? For us coming from Alamode, I felt like we are coming as a team. We are the brand. We are a walking brand, right? So we don't have to put that brand name to say we are the people. I mean, our people knew that we are going to be on this location from this day. They were already coming at that place. So I didn't feel that I got any kind of pushback from my clients coming to Youthology. So like I told you, at the end of the day, it's us who are the brand, right?
Yeah.
So just was the right alignment of doing it that way rather than thinking, oh no, I am so egocentric, I'm gonna, we just wanted to make it for everybody, Youthology is there for everybody. We still do what we were doing. We are doing more because we expanded, and we are bringing better team, I shouldn't say better, but definitely more qualified team, more expertise from Alamode, keeping that and making the people who are already existing in the client database there comfortable that, hey, we are still going to take care of you and nurture you the same way or maybe more.
So you didn't really lose your name, you just brought you into a new place.
Yeah, we just added more to the pile.
Which is so nice to be able to say. And now we had a question from Melissa who asked, what inspired you to take the leap and purchase Youthology, and how does this space reflect your personal vision for beauty and wellness?
Oh my God. Yeah, so Melissa, to answer that question, why did I take the leap of faith? Is that the question? Right.
Yes, what inspired you to take the leap and purchase Youthology?
Right. So as I answered earlier, right, when it was already cooking in my head that we were growing out of the space, we were looking for expansion, right? And Youthology came to us. I mean, rather than we going to them, they came to us to have them take over. So it just perfectly aligned, and I thought that it was the calling from the universe up above, telling somebody watching over us, telling us, this is where you need to go. So I just kind of dived into it, when I actually went to the office, Youthology office, it's a beautiful, I don't know if you guys have been there. You have been there,
yes,
right?
Yes, we have. And we actually played the video on the screen of the place for everyone to see. It's beautiful.
Did, right? It's a beautiful new office, and the previous owners have made that location with a lot of love. I mean, it's good that they moved on with to a different place in life, and I wish them luck. But again, there was a lot of thought created there, keeping the aesthetics in mind, keeping what we work in, the industry we work in. So I just felt, this is perfect for what we are looking for, without much work behind the scenes on building the place, decorating the place, which is what we did at Alamode. So it just fell right in place at the right moment for us. So that's why I took Youthology and talking about how does it align with my own goals. Again, I feel every business owner has a dream of growth, right? We aspire that, and it just adds to your own personal growth when you do something, your baby. I mean, it's like your baby, right?
Yeah.
Baby is now in diapers. Now the baby is growing.
growing.
Now the baby is walking. All those growing pains, right? We go through. Same thing happens in business. Now this is a child. He's running around, and he's kind of thriving and being independent. That's where we are heading to. So it just gives me so much peace and happiness business-wise from the business owner side. For my clients, I feel I have better services, bigger team, more hours I can operate, where I can provide them services more that I did before, plus more education and training that has happened from when I started to now. So offering them more services, more expertise. For my family, I feel like because my team is bigger and we are growing, even though I'm growing, I have a little bit more time in hand for them.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
I feel it's very, very important as a mom, as a social person, as a wife, that I have some piece of me with them as well. And that's very important for me. So I feel like it's a win-win for everything.
Yeah, well, and I was reading your bio for NABO, and you do a lot of extensive help with, cancer research, leukemia, all different kinds of youth programs, and you have a budding business that's just growing and a family. What are maybe some tips you would give to all the visionaries watching to balance it all? To be able to be in the community, in family, in your business? Because those are three very different locations to be in.
Right. So, I don't know if I can give any advice, I'm just kidding. Just be there, do what you need to do in that moment. Live in that moment. I think sometimes when we think that we have so many things to do, we get overwhelmed. To me, I just go where my heart goes. So in the moment, if I am in the business, that takes my 100%. I am mentally and physically there. If I'm at home, it's hard sometimes, but I do try to check myself out completely from the business, so I'm at home with my family. If I'm volunteering for certain other things, definitely make sure that I have a safe time for those things, so I can do my justice, giving it back to my community. And that's all we can do. We are only one person.
Yeah.
So we can only do so much, but I feel it's important to have a schedule, a discipline, but at the same time, be present in the moment and give your 100%.
So the calendar and do not disturb.
Well, I actually keep my notifications on. I still need to know, but that doesn't mean that I'm not giving my 100%. Just need to make sure that I know where my kids are. They're not sneaking out of school.
Yeah.
So I still do that, but definitely, when I am at work, I'm at work 100%.
Yes. Well, then we had another question from Melissa, who said, looking ahead, what is your ultimate goal for Youthology, and how do you hope it will impact the lives of your clients and the Bakersfield community? And do you want to keep it to Bakersfield, or do you want to expand? That's just me adding on to Melissa's question.
Right. So, when I got into this happy medicine, my main goal was to making people feel the way I felt when I dived into some of these services, right? So it is not about, a lot of people would think medical aesthetics is something where we will go, if we get a little Botox or some fillers, we would turn somebody else, somebody plastic. That's not true. You would still be you, but maybe more confident you. You know, I compare this to going back to our mother's times. When they don't have these services, they would go get a facial, and my grandma would say, oh, she's going to get a facial, she's going to look this, look that. But look at this, everybody takes care of themselves. So this is about self-care, one of the realms of self-care, where if you look at yourself and you feel confident in yourself, that's what medical aesthetics is. You're not doing it for somebody else. You're not doing to turn somebody else. And if it is something that resonates with you, then you don't do it. Otherwise, you don't have to do it. So talking for my vision for this business, or for Youthology per se, is educate more and more people. Make them understand. If you are, you have something in mind that can be resolved, go see an expert, discuss with them, find options and sort for it if you need to. Don't just sit back and think, oh, no, this is not for me, this is going to make me, but then at the same time, I'm so conscious about my looks that I don't want to face people, whether it's pigmentation, whether you talk about, aging skin, aging face, there are so many things, hair loss, there are so many, and these are all medical conditions. I mean, they are medical conditions in their own way, and that's why we have medical treatments for them from the experts. So don't think these are cosmetic procedures, you should go for somebody who is not an expert. So that's my thought for that.
Yeah.
Talking about expansion, I think Bakersfield is a big community. I mean, it's expanding by the day, by the minute.
Yeah.
So even if we can cater to the Bakersfield community and we can help them be the better version of themselves, that's a dream come true in itself. Going out of Bakersfield, well, sky's the limit. We can always go. But of course, if I can serve my own community, this is where my kids are born. I call it home, the longest I've stayed anywhere in my life. So if I can give it back in my way to my community, that would be my dream coming true.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Thank you.
Well, and then also, I'm curious, how do you choose because there's a variety of services and variety of products you could offer, and I'm sure you've done a lot of research. How do you decide what you're going to sell? What products you're going to sell? What services you're going to do? How do you narrow that down so that when a client comes to you, you can say, yes, this is the best thing for you medically. I've done the research, so you don't have to.
Right.
And then you're able to just relay the information. How do you do that as a doctor?
Right. Again, it's not one of those things where one size fits all, right? So when somebody, say you're coming to me, I start from you. Whatever is your concern is my concern. Now, I might see 10 different things out there which could be done to you or for you, but that's not something that we are talking. We are talking where you start. And once we start, a lot of times people know what they want, but they don't know how to achieve it. That's where the expertise of the team comes in, my expertise comes in, our medical advice comes in. We sit down, we make a plan with them, assess them, take their pictures, pick up what they are asking, right? So a lot of times, for example, somebody would come, oh, how do I get rid of this? Or this is a wrinkle. Talking about, no, this is not a wrinkle. This is, you are standing on Mother's Earth, you are aging forward, right? So this is basically kind of a deeper sagging of your skin, and how to achieve that is what the game plan is. There could be 3 or 4 different options that can be done depending upon what their preference is, how they feel comfortable about a single procedure, but everything has options and how far they want to go with that.
Well, we have another question in the chat.
Yes.
A Visioneer asks, what is your opinion on cosmetic surgery?
Amazing. So, minimally invasive procedures, which is the realm we live in now, came into place because so if I have a concern, my option 20 years ago is either you live with that or you go for cosmetic surgery. Now we have all these different services in between which can be sorted for, or you can go to those and get those done without getting to cosmetic surgery. So if you look at cosmetic surgery, the word surgery right there, I mean, that kind of intimidates a lot of people, right? It's still a knife on your face, knife on your skin.
It's more invasive.
Right? So it's invasive, it's permanent, the cost is there, downtime is there. of course, everything comes with some complications and side effects, right? So if it does not go in the right direction, those complications are permanent. So to mitigate that, medical aesthetics, or the realm of medical aesthetics, came into play. And now if you can go at lunchtime, get a procedure done, get out and be at somewhere in the evening,
a little bit of Botox.
yeah, or maybe just some red light therapy, maybe a hydrofacial, maybe something like a pico laser for melasma, right? I mean, those are the simple things that people can go for. Ultrasound based, so many therapies are there. Sculptra, which is more of a bio-regenerative agent.
Wow, there's a lot.
There is a lot. It's like a big umbrella. So, if you can get those things done without sorting for something which is much more expensive, much more permanent, in case you don't like the result, you cannot turn back, much more downtime, I mean, I would sort for this versus going for cosmetic surgeries. I mean, the rate of cosmetic surgeries has gone down, I want to say 35% in last 5 years. Because we have so much minimally invasive procedures in between.
Wow, that's so nice, especially for the community to know that they can fix that little piece of something without doing something super crazy to their skin.
I mean, you don't have to cover with the makeup.
Yeah.
You can just go get it done and be happy about it.
Well, and if visionaries want to come to you, how do they get in touch?
Right. So our office is located on 5701 Young Street. Youthology Medical Aesthetics, Building B 302. Our phone number is 82974. Oh gosh, I have to look at the number.
Okay.
But yeah.
Online?
Online.
Youthology.com?
Right.
Okay.
Youthology, theyouthology.com. Right. We have our Instagram handle, youthology.medspa. So please follow us, like us, and definitely we answer all our questions within reasonable amount of time. Whether a lot of people contact us on Instagram, that's a place to go. We are also on Facebook. Our website is available. We have a chat box there, and definitely call our office during business hours. We are open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. We are open Saturdays by appointment. So by all means, reach out to us, schedule a consult. That's the right way to start. That's the first thing to start is, call us, call our office, or contact us on any of those platforms, and we can call you and schedule your consult with our provider, and then you can decide where to go from there.
Well, thank you, Dr. Agarwal, for coming on today.
Of course.
And Visionaries, this is another lovely live show. If you want to learn more about what we're doing, you should watch the main show that just dropped this week. We had Jim Damian from Linean on. We talked about what is artificial intelligence, how you can use AI in your business, and how to build with intention and clarity, also using AI. There was so much that we learned. Check out that episode. Again, episodes drop every Saturday, and our live shows every Monday. And with that, we'll see you next week.